Welcome to Lifestyle by Design. This is Dennis Taylor, and we're live on our weekly podcast. This is episode number 2, and it's how to live a healthier lifestyle in 2023. I'm excited that you're here. We do this every Sunday night. We're going to do this every Sunday night going forward. And in our weekly podcast, what we break down really is we break down health, happiness, family, experiences, a lot more stuff that's going to be coming along the way, and just how to live your best life for the rest of this year and springboard into 2023 and really just take control of your life and really change your life and go to the next level. So I did want to say that my name is Dennis Taylor. I'm excited that you're here. I believe every person that is watching this and every person, they have unlimited potential where they can reach their dreams, they can reach their goals. I'm just a regular guy, right? I'm just a regular guy from Texas that I got 4 kids, one on the way, basically. We're going to have a kid in January. I've been married for 13 years now, and I'm just a normal guy that wakes up every day. I work hard for my family. I'm a mortgage loan officer, but for the last 10 years, I have been obsessed with health and wellness, and I've operated a health and wellness business for the last 8 years. I started my first health and wellness business in 2014, and I've literally helped thousands of people have better health and just have an overall better experience of life because they feel better. When you feel better, you're going to do more in your life and you're going to have a better experience in life, and you're going to really be able to just take your life to a different level because you'll have energy, focus, clarity. You're going to feel good. You'll be able to accomplish more, be a better parent, be a lot more, Enough about me. Really, I would tell you that if you've never watched me before, just take notice because I'm a normal guy. I'm pretty much unscripted. I do have some notes here on my screen, but I pretty much run everything just kind of how I feel. My experience, my obsession and passion is this stuff, so I can talk on this stuff for an extended period of time. And you'll notice after a while that I'm unapologetically myself. I'm not trying to be who you want me to be. I'm not trying to be who they want me to be. I'm me, man. That's all I know. And I know that I was put on this earth for a purpose. And the reason is to help other people live the best life they can and get in the best health they can in their life. I am a coach. I used to be a high school basketball coach, 6A basketball up in the Fort Worth area and Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I loved it. I love coaching. I love coaching basketball. That's a passion of mine as well. But I love coaching people and helping people change their lives because I know that if I make an impact on someone's health, that it's going to make an impact in their family, which kind of spreads an impact more organically and probably further reaching. And I know what we're going to do with this community with Lifestyle by Design. We're going to have a huge impact. So I'm very excited about that. My mom would always say, watch the fruits of the tree. And you can tell by the source. You can tell by what's the source by the fruits. And she always used to tell me that I was going to be a pastor, but that's not my calling. My calling is to help people and use these gifts that I've been given to help other people change their life like I've changed my life, right? After you watch me for a little bit, you'll know that, right? So I recently did a survey of 5,000 of my customers, my clients, and people that are in the communities that I've built. Over the last couple of years, I've built several different communities of over 5,000 people where we were able to serve them on a weekly basis and just really take care of them and show them how to live a healthier lifestyle. So we did a survey, right? We did this survey and we asked them a couple questions, right? We asked them what their biggest health concern was, and what steps they could have done in their past to live healthier, right? So we asked them these questions for an intention for them to tell us what they feel like was the reason that they maybe didn't accomplish their goals, or they would tell us what their biggest concern was, because I think a lot of the times is we try to tell you what your biggest concern is. How can I tell you what your biggest concern is in your health? So I asked my customers straight up, what's your biggest concern? How can I help you? Because that's my nature. That's the type of person I am, even in my job. How can I help you? What do you want to accomplish? Everybody's different. That's why there's these plans out there that it's like a one size fits all. I don't have that. What I have is a plan that works for everybody because you customize it to yourself, and you can get guidance and you can sign up for a kind of a help along the way to put a good plan for 12 months to change your life. And I do that. But I asked them, what is their biggest concerns? And that's what these steps are, right? So I decided that I was going to start living the best life for me because those around me deserve me at that level. Everyone in your life, if you're watching this video, they deserve you to be the best version of yourself every single day. Your kids, you're most likely you're watching this, you either have a young family or you have multiple kids. I'm still young and I still have 4 kids and 1 on the way, but my oldest is only 8. So it's 8, 6, 4, 2, and then going to be a baby. So I don't have a big wide range in kids, right? I've got younger kids. And I've got to learn how to live a healthy lifestyle to be there for them so that I can show up in their life every single day, so that I can put myself in a position financially. Because if you're healthy and you're an American and you figure out what your purpose, your passion, and your dream is, there's a way to live out that dream and that purpose and that passion, and to stop trading time for money, and to build some kind of a business or some kind of income revenue stream from your purpose and passion, where you wake up every single day and you chase your dreams and your kids look at you and they're like, dang, like, that's my parents. They do what they say they love to do, right? They just don't go punch the clock, because that's what I've been doing for the last couple of years. Last year was one of the best years of my life financially and professionally. I loved it. People were calling in. I was saving them so much money. And now it's like, it's hard to save people money in this market. It's super hard. So I feel like with this programs and everything that we have a way to put down a path where we can show up as our best self and we can do the best in our life. And that's going to just bless our families. I believe it. If you know what your passion and your purpose is, if you build a system around it, if you build a machine around you that can help you, and it ain't going to be done overnight. Rome it wasn't built in one day, right? It takes time. We have to discipline our disappointments, and we have to set realistic expectations, because we think we can accomplish a lot quickly. You think you can accomplish more than you can in the next 30 days. But you underestimate what you can accomplish in the next 5 years. If you build a system around your gifts, you're going to be blessed. Period. Right? So that's what we've done here is we ask these people, hey, what's your biggest health concern? What concerns you, right? Last week we covered 10 and 9. So last week, number 10 was just to recap what we talked about last week was you got to focus on what you want. That should be step 1. Because if you get into an airplane and you just take off and you don't even know, hey, we're going to figure it out when we get in the air. Negative. I don't want that as my pilot with my kids or my family on there, right? What I want is I want a pilot that has our best interests at heart, that has a destination. And my family looks at me like that. Your family looks at you like that, whether you're the mom or the dad. I look to my wife like that. Like, what's your destination? Like, you have something you're focusing on, right? You have something that is going, right? You got to have that focus. You got to have that focus on what you want, or you're never going to accomplish it, because you're not even going in the direction it is, because you don't know where it's at. So you got to have that focus, right? Number 9, you have to be able to exercise and sweat regularly. Your body, we live in an environment, most people don't eat great. Fast food's easy, man. Life's easy, right? We're busy. We work a lot. We got all these stuff. We let people run us ragged. We don't take care of this vessel and this vehicle that we have. We have an Air Force jet right here, and we let people drive us around like we're an Uber car doing stuff, and we don't take care of this. We don't take care of this by putting the best quality fuel in this jet. No. We put that cheapest unleaded in because of the budget. If you lived your best life and you took care of your health, your brain would start working better, because your brain-body balance would be in order. The blood barrier in your body would allow the right information and the right chemicals to reach your brain that would spark creativity. You would have increased productivity, increased determination, increase just so many characteristics that would increase, because if you just took care of your health, your body would change. That it's like, we don't take care of what we got. We have to exercise and sweat regularly so we can detox our body. That's number one. But we also have to have that struggle, right? Because we can't just live these sedentary lives where we don't move. We won't have the energy to go forward. Okay? So that was 10 and 9. So what we're going to talk about today is number 7. Actually, number 8. And then we're going to turn this into number 7. Okay, so today what we're going to go over today is the 10 steps to live a healthier life in 2023, right? You gotta hydrate. 10 steps to live a healthier lifestyle, right? So number 8, I have pray, then work, comma, we must work. Pray, then work. I don't know if you're a believer or not. If you are, this message is for you. If you're not, you'll get what I'm talking about, right? When we pray, when we spend time in meditation, when we focus on what we want, when we ask for what we want, right? In almost every single belief, ask and you shall receive is what it says. If we pray for what we want and we pray that this would happen in our life and we focus on that and we meditate all day, that's great. It says to do it. But it also says to labor. It also says to work and to work and to rise up and work and to rise up and work. You got to pray for what you want if you want to change your life. If you want a healthier lifestyle, I believe that through prayer, you can get things removed from your life that's holding you back. I believe in the power of prayer. I've seen it work in my life. I've seen it work in the manifestation of my wife and my kids and what I prayed for and who I've prayed for to be with in my life. And that every time we've struggled, I've prayed and then we're taken care of. Because I always go back to the verse where it says, even the birds of the field, like he even takes care of them and you're his child. How much more would he take care of you if he takes care of them and supplies every need they have? Same with us, right? You have to pray. I believe in that, but you have to work. And if you don't got that work ethic in you, you ain't going to get any judgment from me. I used to think I worked hard. I used to think I worked so hard. I used to think that, man, I was a hard worker. I was a hard-working coach, hard-working teacher, hard-working in all the profession. I ran my own business. I was a hard worker. I didn't realize what a hard worker was till I went to go work in the oil field. Swinging a sledgehammer, breaking iron, shoveling sand, like piles of sand 10 feet high in like a pyramid, because sand will make like a pyramid, and you just look at it and you're like, that's ridiculous. That's like 5,000 pounds of sand on the ground. And have to walk into that in a shift change, and the guy's like, hey man, we spilled some. And you got to just shovel it out all night. I've been there. I've done that hard work. And this ain't even that long ago. It's 3 years ago, right? This is 2 years ago. And just living that life of hard work. And I realized that there are different levels of hard work. There's so much different levels of hard work. But if you're willing to work, if you're willing to put in the work it takes to change your life, if you're willing to pray and to ask that things change in your life, and then be disciplined to be that person that's going to say, I'm going to ask and I'm going to walk by faith, but I'm also going to work. I'm also going to labor. I'm going to put my gift in a system. I'm going to put my dreams. I'm going to chase being a healthy person. I'm going to go get the life I wanted. I want to feel healthy. I want to have energy. I want my kids to look at me and realize that they don't have to be overweight. They don't have to be a part of this obese culture, this obsession with consumption, this culture where you always have to just take in and get the best foods and just overeat and just pleasure all the stimulants with all the ice creams and the candies all the time. Like, what you're doing is you're hitting these dopamine centers in the brain that back in the day, our body didn't hit those all the time. So now we're hitting them ding, 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 and it's firing all this pleasure. When in reality, it's like, it's just a little trick, but it damages your body so much. So we have to be these ones that pray and then work. We have to go work every day towards what we do. And you got to keep track of it. Because you should track you can't tell if you're increasing until you're tracking and measuring what you're doing. Period. It isn't going to happen. And you got to do it so long that it becomes a habit, that your habit is to build your dream and to work and to ask and to pray and to do it all the time. until it manifests itself in your life and people are like, wow, you really got lucky and hit the jackpot. But they didn't see the 10 years of work before it. They didn't see all the books you read, all the videos you watched. They didn't see you putting in the work to grow yourself. They didn't see none of that. They just saw all the glamorous stuff, right? Pray then work. But we gotta work. All right, that's step number 8. I can elaborate on that more. I'm not, because I wanted to really talk about the next one a lot. So the next one is number 7. This one I have a problem with because I've been that person where, I don't know, middle child, different situations with our family dynamics, red hair, I don't know. We moved so much, I couldn't really get established friends until like high school. And in late parts of junior high, because we went to so many different elementaries, because we had to go where the work was. We had to go where we could make a living. And number 7 here is probably one that almost everybody needs to you need to listen here. And you listen and let me know if you've been guilty of this. Do you always tell people what your goals and your dreams are, right? Do you tell people like, hey man, I'm trying to do this. Hey, I'm building this? Because my tip number 7 is to stop telling everyone your dreams. Stop telling everybody what your dreams are, because most people ain't supportive. They don't understand. They didn't get that dream that you got. They didn't receive that dream. That ain't their dream. They don't really, they respect you, they love you, they care for you, but that ain't their dream. So when you say it and they don't give you the feedback you want, you get a little down. Quit giving people your dreams. That's a gift from God, and it's a gift from above, where it's a dream that you've been given. It's precious. It's precious. You have to guard that dream. I know what my dream is, and I'm not going to work and telling all my coworkers what I'm doing. I kind of dropping hints, hey, I'm building this, I'm building that. But I ain't telling them what my dream is and what I see myself and envision myself doing in the future. I'm not telling everybody. It ain't for you, it's for me. And I used to be that guy that would tell everyone, this is what I'm going to do. This is my dreams. This is what I'm building, and the crickets. And I would be like, man, even my friends and family don't support me. Maybe my dreams are crazy. And that right there is, that's the dream killer. That's the dream killers out there snatching the dreams and snatching how you feel. So they love you. They care for you. They do. They absolutely do care for you. But if you grow into this person that it would take to become a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. I see people do it on Facebook all the time. Put it in the comments below, wherever you consume this. If you see people quote or put their posts like, I'm going to be a millionaire in 2022, 2023. And they're like, bet, that watch me. I get it, right? You're proclaiming it into existence. I get it. But I'm tired of telling just random people my heavenly dreams given from my Father, who's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, given to his Son, who's built in his image. I'm a child of God. I am a son of God. I'm not the Son of God. I'm not Jesus Christ at all. But I am a son of God. I'm a child of God, built in the image and likeness of God. I've got a heavenly dream that was given to me. I feel it in my spirit that the Lord said, Dennis, go out there, help people. Help people. And I don't tell the rest of it because that's my dream, not yours. And then whatever you feel like your dream and your purpose and your passion is, you can't be telling people what your dreams are. Okay, you're overweight. Okay, you got a health problem. You want to quit smoking. Whatever the problem is, I got to get in better shape. Because if you're watching this, you may be like, how do I get better health, right? These are steps to health. hey, Dennis, this isn't like, you're not telling me to cut my calories or this. Like, you're not giving me practical steps. You don't need practical steps. There's a million practical steps out there. You got to change some inner things, right? The way that you're talking, the way that you're thinking. Stop telling everybody what your dreams are. Stop telling everybody what your dreams are. They're your dreams. They were given to you for a reason and a purpose. Okay? Don't let people snatch your dreams. I believe in you. You want to know what my goals are? Real simple. You ain't going to know what it says. It's in my wallet. It's right here. I've got a sheet. This is a laminated sheet. Real quick. Whoop, not letting you know what it says on it. But the first sheet and what it says right here, boom, those are my goals and my dream. And that's on my person. And when I touch it in my wallet, and I touch my wallet, I get a picture of that goal card. It pops in my head and my forehead behind my skull. I see it. And I go, oh, there's my dream again. There's my dream again. Thank you for the blessing, because I get like an emotion. I get a feeling every time I think of that card, because I know what that dream and that goal is. But you need to stop telling everybody what your dreams are every time, because then they're not supporting you, because they're not listening to you, because it's like you're crying wolf. Every year you can't be always changing your life and never changing it. It ain't effective no more. You don't need that outward. You don't need everyone around you telling you what you think you want to hear. What you need is a community of people around you telling you what you need to hear, when you need to hear it, supporting you, but always being there also to keep you accountable. That's what you actually need. And those are the people that you need to tell your dreams, because they're not going to rip your dreams from you, because they're on the same path. You can't tell people your dreams if they ain't on a journey like you. They don't understand it. It's like going back in the past and trying to explain to my great-great-grandparents what an iPhone was. You'd blow their mind. You'd blow their mind. What? I don't know. That's what? Is that magic? That's like, sounds like the devil, right? You can't, they can't comprehend it because they're not on the same wavelength. They're not on the same journey, the same energy. Okay? So stop telling everyone your dream. That's step number 2. Number 7 on that. That's the 10 steps to live healthier. We're going to go over them over the next couple weeks. They're just going to get better and better. I'm excited. I'm looking at them right here. Next week's is really good. Next week's probably my favorite. Next week, actually, step 5 is the step that changed my life. Because before that, I had stopped doing something that made me successful in life. And when I started getting a mentor, he suggested this immediately. And I took it to heart, and I just ran with what he said, and it changed my life. I can't even stress it enough. Okay, so those are going to be great. Now we're going to switch gears. We're going to kind of talk about like mastering the inner game. When you go to start changing your life, it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard when you go to change your life, right? This segment right here is a more laid back segment where we just kind of have a real talk about what changing your life looks like, because a lot of people are like, hey, I got to change my life. I got to change my life. I got to do this or that. But they may not know what that actually means. They may not know. I'll give you 2 stories, 2 different versions, because on this one, I like to tell stories. So that I have a story and I have a record of me telling this story of my life, but also you can learn from my experiences. I don't know where you are in your life. I woke up in 2012. That's kind of when I started to wake up. I got real sick, and I got real medicated because of pain in my body. Got off all that, changed my diet, started going on this path. Okay? That's what changed me in 2012. And ever since then, it's been a struggle, right? Right now, my struggle is in my heart. The struggle's in my heart now, because I'm working on something that is basically the pinnacle up to this point of my passion, professional career, everything that I've studied and learned over the last 10 years. I've invested well over $100,000 into coaches and coaches, trainers, learning how to be healthy, learning how to be a coach when I was in sports, and then also after that, learning business and marketing and speaking, learning how to be a speaker, learning how to present, learning how to be a teacher, learning how to be a coach, learning how to control myself, learning how to take care of my body better, just learning how to be healthier, having a health coach, right? I've just gone through the whole spectrum now where I'm at a point where now my struggle is in the inner game. It's not about, am I going to have to go spend this money to get this knowledge and information to change my life? I got all it. I don't need any more knowledge or information to change my life. Not that I won't, because I'm a student and I always study, but I don't need some extra motivation. I don't need an extra motivational coach or something like that to go forward. I know what I know. I've been obsessed with this stuff for the last 8 years, 10 years. Okay? The struggle with me right now is, in my inner game, is I'm conflicted. Because doing this business and going down this path, what it means for my family is I'm going to be sacrificing time with them. And I've been down this path before in 2014. Obsessed. Started my first business and I just threw myself into it. And it took me about 1.5 years of running that business. It was from March of 14 to December of 15. And then in December of 15, I went full time for 3 years until the end of 2018. And I gave everything I had. I had my first son, and then I built it for him, I would say, and I would miss so much time, and it was such a sacrifice. But then when I was able to leave that business and he was growing, and then I had my daughter and I was there full time with them, it was worth that sacrifice, right? But now the struggle is real because I got my kids and we got one on the way, and it's like my kids are going to sacrifice a little bit of the time with dad so that I can build this business, which is fine, right? Right? And in order for me to walk in my purpose, right, I got to pour myself out into what I believe in and then sacrifice some time with my family, in order to build that system around myself. So what I'm telling you is, when you got to start learning how to master that inner game and that inner dialogue in your head, because I have it all day on Sundays. It's like, did I do enough? Have I done enough? Am I good enough? Man, you're making them sacrifice, but you're not giving everything. You're not giving all your time. You're not. I'm trying to figure out a way to live a life as a dad, as a husband, as a business owner, as a person that's trying to build something, as a person who's a professional loan officer. I'm just wearing a lot of hats, right? So my struggle is real because I've got to make that agreement inside my being, like, hey, man, like, you either have to come to agreements with this or you got to stop this, because your kids have got to learn some sacrifice and some experience of hardship, because I believe that's what molded me and my brothers and sisters. That's why everyone in our family is successful, because we went through a lot of hardships with up and down in the oil and gas markets and the parenting. And I'm not going to go into everything, but you need a little bit of struggle. And I'm just feeling it. It hurts my heart sometimes just being able to, like, every day I got to work on this, every day I got to work on that. But I know that building a system is going to bless my family, and it's really going to, that's why I'm conflicted, because I'm going to bless them. It just could take years to do it because we don't know the time frame. When we pray and then work, we don't know the time frame on when that is going to be delivered. We know that it says, ask and you shall receive. So when you ask, whatever you ask is bundled up and it's sent out to you. Now, it doesn't say when it's going to get there, though, because it matters that what we do, right? Are we patient enough? Are we working on ourselves enough? Are we growing enough? Are we working enough? Are we taking our talents and we getting a return? Are we living our purpose and passion? Or are we just going through the American cycle of just working and then dying, working and dying? Right? So that's what the struggle with me and my inner game is. It's not an external thing where I've got to go get these knowledge, where I got to go get this knowledge or these gifts. It's an internal thing, like controlling that voice in your head that says, hey man, like, You can't miss this. You can't miss that. Like, you got time. That's the biggest myth ever. Hey, man, you got time for this. You're young. You got time for this. All I know is when I wake up in that moment, I'm alive. I wasn't even alive yesterday. I don't even know if tomorrow will be here. And I know that's cliche, but what time do you have that I don't have, right? We all have the 24 hours. We wake up and then it's like the cycle continues. And we all only have the day, and you can only experience the moment that you have. You can't experience future moments. They're not here yet. You only have the time you have today, right? So you got to be able to master that inner game so that you don't get into the trap of, I'll have time later. You got to be able to master that inner game to move forward, to change your life and change your health. Because there's going to be a lot of struggles along the way. If it's worthwhile and it's worth your time, your energy, and your effort, there's going to be struggles. There has to be struggles if it's going to be worth all that effort. There's going to be struggles in your life. Okay? So just mastering that inner game. All right, so I wanted to talk about a little bit about my results from my 30-day jumpstart. So here I've got my my calendar. I brought it up last week, but here's my calendar completed here. I did my 30 days, and I had a good run of 30 days. It was great. I didn't eat sweets for 30 days. I did 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups every night. That was huge for me because at first I struggled. I struggled with the push-ups, right? I could do 10, but I was a little bit gassed. And towards the end of it, I could do them super slow and get 10 of them out and be like, man, that was great. Like a lot of time under tension. I noticed in the gym, because I've worked out 5 days a week too, for about 40 minutes a day, 40 to 50 minutes a day in the morning before work. So getting up early every day, Monday through Friday, around 4:15, getting in that exercise, getting in that pump. I did the most I ever lifted on incline, the most I ever lifted on bench press dumbbells, and the most, well, for sure the most on my biceps and my triceps. Yeah, they were good too. So it was, I saw gains out. So those push-ups, what I'm saying is the daily push-ups really helped in the gym. It helped increase my maxes. So I'm glad that I did that one. I'm glad that I stuck to the routine of learning every single day. And it's just a good habit forming deal to do that 30-day jumpstart. What that 30-day jumpstart is, if you don't know, it's you do 5 things for 30 days. You do them every single day. And if you forget to do one of them, you have to start all the way over. And I got all the way to day 14. And I had ice cream, which was a sweet, with my dad. I was like, what? And then I started over. And man, I really was kind of upset because I only had 2 more weeks to go. And I was supposed to be done in the middle of October. And with that reset, I got done in November. And so I had to redo 30 days. And I realized, man, it really wasn't worth it. So it really put into perspective how much sweets are not worth it. For me, it was really good. I had a great experience with it, and I really feel like you can build momentum and energy because every day I had to check off my 5. And the cool thing is that we customize it. So in our program, we have all the steps on how you can go through that process, and you can use that 30-day jumpstart to really take your first step in your health journey into building the dream life. And it doesn't matter, like, health is the foundation of your life. If your health is there, if your energy is there, you're gonna be a better husband, parent, friend, worker, colleague, everything. So once we start with our health and we get our body in balance, we get our brain connected with our gut, and we get everything working in alignment, man, I'm telling you, we're gonna have a great 2023 with our community because that 30-day jumpstart is gonna be working behind the scenes with you. It's just 5 things, so you could always do something on top of 5 things. Because 5 things is you're gonna knock them out throughout the day, no matter what, because you're gonna set a routine on those 5 things. And then if you really like, hey, I need to lose 20 pounds. I'm gonna lose it. Well, you got the rest of the day, and then the challenges that we're gonna run in the community is really gonna be something that's gonna help a lot of people. So I'm excited because in 2023 we're gonna put. My goal is to put a couple thousand people through the 30-day jumpstart so we have some true testimonials of people like me that have gone through it, and they just, I'm telling you, the feeling that you have, you're like, the empowerment. I did something, you did something. It may have been a while since you've done something. Like where you can fist pump on your health, right? One day in a row doesn't, if you eat a salad, you don't feel like a fist pump. If you do something for 30 days, and I didn't do a huge thing for 30 days. I just did consistent small things for 30 days. And I just felt like, proud of you, Dennis. Proud of you. That's how I felt like. And I feel like you can do that too. So I'm excited about that. We're going to be releasing more information on how you can get into that program. Very excited about that. And the last thing I want to talk about, it's November, right? So we're in November. We're going to have Thanksgiving's going to roll upon us real quick. And then after that, it's going to be Christmas. And then New Year's. So there's a lot of stuff coming on, right? A lot of sweets are going to get eaten. A lot of bad food's going to get eaten. And I'm just going to give you some quick tips. Okay, so just give me 1 second. Let me get a drink here. Okay, so let's talk about how to use the holiday season to create unstoppable momentum. Segment number 3, how to use the holiday season to create unstoppable momentum in your health journey. Here's how you do that. Between now and Thanksgiving, I want you to focus on 1 or 2 little things that you're going to do every single day. Whatever it is, commit to those 2 things. Do them every day till Thanksgiving. If it's giving up something, no more sweets until Thanksgiving, that's great, because you don't need to snack on sweets before Thanksgiving. If Thanksgiving in that weekend, you're going to pound yourself with pies and sweets. Just save it for the month. Accumulate it for the month like your paid time off, your PTO. Accumulate that PTO. Cash that PTO on Thanksgiving and that week and Black Friday where you're eating pies and sweets, because that's when it should be eaten. Okay? So take the rest of the month off from that. And one other thing, whatever it is, to move your body or to challenge your mind or spiritual. I believe always when you're doing these 30-day jump starts, you need something that challenges your mind, something that challenges your spirit to grow in your spiritual life or your body. So pick one other thing and then no sweets. After Thanksgiving, you can drop the sweets things because you got Christmas coming up. You can just pick 2 or 3 things that you're going to work on every day. It may be read 5 pages of a book. It could be listen to 10 minutes of an audio. It could be reading part of the Bible. It could be praying. It could be walking steps. It could be something. You're going to put whatever your next goal is. You're going to do that till the end of the year. Okay? And what that's going to do is allow you to go through the holiday season without losing a lot of momentum or slightly building momentum, so that when the new year comes and that energy and that flow from New Year's starts flowing in your life and starts coming towards you, you'll be able to rock and roll with it because you won't be out of sync, right? It's not like, oh yeah, man, I just ate way too much for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I'm just like, I got to get in better shape. So when it's New Year, I'm going to go New Year's. I'm going to be the best health of me in 2023. It's not as convincing, right? If you've worked on it for the next 2 months, you can still go through your holiday season normally. And then when January hits, you can go full force because you have already built some habits and some disciplines. That is how you can use the holiday season to create unstoppable momentum, is by doing a couple small disciplines, right? Doing a couple small disciplines that'll let you rock out with the New Year's vibe once it starts coming, and you'll be able to know how to go forward because you've already built kind of like a track record of what to do. Then you can jump into our 30-day jump start, and I guarantee you'd have the best January you'd ever had in your life. Guaranteed. All right, so I just wanted to say again that excited that we're here on this episode 2, and we're going to just keep adding to this, keep getting better, keep sharpening the stone, sharpening our axe on the stone to get it sharper, to become better, to grow. As you're growing, I'm growing, right? I'm consuming content, I'm producing, I'm growing as a person, I'm walking in these steps. I'm going to take this week off starting on Monday. So we're on Monday the 14th. If I go through the 14th, that'll take me all the way until the week before Christmas, and that's when I'm going to do my next 30-day jump start. So I'm super excited about that one. It's going to be a little bit different. I kind of thought like I wanted to change this one because I want to grow in certain aspects of my life over the next year. I'm going to do probably 9 of these jump starts because there's certain disciplines I want to keep adding to the plate. So super excited that I can make this for you. We look forward to seeing you for the rest of the year and then coming into next year on this weekly podcast. So we will see you on the next one. You have a great night, and thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Very grateful, and we'll see you on the next